In the world, there are two types of students. On one hand, we have student A, who's been studying for 6 hours, sipping their third cup of coffee, highlighting notes, rereading the textbook, and going through flashcards all night. On the other hand, there's student B. They have a calm 2-hour study session, know exactly what to review, and barely waste any time with notes or the textbook. Come exam day, it's pretty clear who's more likely to score higher. If you didn't guess, it's me. Just saying. Wait, I studied 4 times longer than you? In this video, I'll teach you how to study less, but still achieve better results. For some context, I graduated as valedictorian in high school and later double majored at MIT. I'm not mentioning this to brag, but to give you an idea. Back in high school, I took 11 AP classes, scoring 5s in most of them by junior year. Then at MIT, I decided to double major, which meant juggling a lot of courses at once. As you can imagine, I had to study very efficiently while maintaining my grades. So let's dive into my first tip. Disconnect your study time from your study effectiveness. As students, it's easy to get obsessed with how many hours we study rather than focusing on how we study. And I understand why. It's tough to measure the quality of a study session. However, time spent is often seen as a concrete measure, though it doesn't always reflect the session's true value. For instance, if I study for 5 hours, did I spend that time rereading notes and highlighting everything I could? Or did I quiz myself, try to teach others, and tackle my weakest concepts first? These two approaches will produce very different results. Tip number 2, read backwards. This may sound odd, but stay with me. It's incredibly helpful, especially if you're cramming last minute. The night before an exam, you might be tempted to read the entire chapter, but that's often not possible due to time constraints. Instead, start at the end of the chapter with the summaries and key points and gradually work your way to the beginning. Once you reach the start, don't read the chapter normally. Instead, do what I call a first pass, scanning headings, charts, terms, and summary boxes to get a broad understanding. Then do a second pass, reading the first paragraph of each section, skimming the body, and reading the last paragraph. If you still have time, go back and read every word carefully. Tip number 3, batch your tasks. Many students, maybe including you, face the issue of context switching. When you switch from one type of task to another, it takes time to adjust your mindset. For example, after working on tough calculus problems, switching to writing an essay requires a mental transition, and that takes time, what I call the transition cost. To save time, batch similar tasks together. Instead of jumping from math problems to an English essay, focus on math and science problems first, then tackle the essays. This minimizes transitions. I use batching myself, even while filming these videos. I set everything up and shoot multiple videos in one go, which saves time. Also, within a batch, focus on the easiest task first. It helps you ease into the mental shift required for the more challenging tasks ahead. Tip number 4, give yourself constraints. One effective way to study less is to actually give yourself less time. I'm not kidding. There's a principle called Parkinsons Law, which says that work will expand to fill the time available for it. If you give yourself 3 days to complete an essay, you'll use all 3 days. But if you limit it to 3 hours, you'll likely finish it faster than you expect. So, set a timer and reduce the time you think you'll need by 10 to 20%. You might be amazed by how quickly you can get things done. For example, my AP psychology teacher used to give us progressively shorter times for exams, and by the end of the year we could finish them in just 20 minutes, even though we initially thought it was impossible. Tip number 5, leverage AI. One of the best ways to save time is by using AI tools, like Grammarly. Most people know it for checking spelling and grammar, but it can do much more. If you're struggling to come up with essay ideas, Grammarly can help you brainstorm topics. Once you have a topic, it can assist with drafting a research plan, providing an outline, and ensuring clarity and cohesion in your writing. Plus, Grammarly can help you with tone, whether you want to sound confident, engaging, or direct. And once you finish writing, Grammarly can check for plagiarism to give you peace of mind. Tip number 6, don't idle. When you're working on an exam or homework, you'll inevitably hit a problem that stumps you. Don't get stuck on it. It's easy to fall into the sunk cost fallacy, where you feel compelled to keep working on something because you've already spent time on it. But sometimes, it's better to move on to other problems and come back to the tough ones later. When doing homework, try answering the last problems first, then work through the middle and eventually tackle the beginning. For exams, don't feel obligated to go in order. Just find a question you can answer and work from there. Tip number 7, do mindless tasks first. Tasks can be fixed or variable. Fixed tasks, like making flashcards or searching for images for a presentation, don't require much mental energy. Variable Variable tasks, such as writing essays or brainstorming for projects, require more effort. Tackle the fixed tasks first because they take up a defined amount of time, unlike variable tasks, which can expand and fill all your available time. By handling the easy tasks first, you create a time constraint for the more difficult tasks. Tip number 8, tag your notes. Students often waste time rereading notes because they don't know what to focus on. During class, if your teacher discusses something you're not familiar with, tag it with a star or symbol. This way, when you review your notes later, you'll immediately know what to focus on. If you forget to tag during class, you can quickly skim your notes afterward and mark what needs more attention. That's all for today's video. I hope you found it helpful. Feel free to drop a comment below and share how your school year has been going. Are you enjoying it, or is it a bit challenging? I'd really love to hear your thoughts.